안녕하세요 tout le monde, 我是 You. Today I will be sharing with you my top picks of beauty products of 2018, and I will show you exactly how I use them as well and basically do a get ready with me kind of video. So if you want to know how I get this look, make sure to keep watching. Alright guys, let's get started. I put all the products in this one pouch so I can grab them easily. Let's start with primer. My favorite primer of 2018 was this Primavista Long Keep Base UV. I bought it when it was the old packaging and used it all up, and now have their brand new packaging. This is a lifesaver or makeup saver for those of you who have oily and combo skin. My T-zone gets super oily, especially in the summer, but with this primer my makeup can last all day long. I put it mainly in my T-zone. It's super lightweight. You don't even feel like you're putting on anything, and it works super well. If any of you want a primer that makes your makeup last, this is definitely the one. And I need to put my bangs up, as some of you guys have said in my past get ready with me, so you can see me do my makeup better. Next is foundation. This is Integrate's Mineral Watery Foundation. They actually have an updated version of this now with a red cap, so mine is the older version. Not sure if there's a difference in formula, so I will let you guys know when I try the newer version. But I love this foundation so much. It gives a super natural finish, not too dewy or too matte. It just looks like natural skin. It's a little bit watery but not too much, so it's really easy to apply. I like to spread it on my face and then use a house-shaped sponge to tap it into my skin. This kind of makeup sponge is my go-to because they're cheap and disposable. I'll put a picture of the brand I use on the screen. You don't need to wet it with water or anything, and it doesn't soak up all the foundation. You can reuse it a few times if you wash it. Super convenient for traveling too. So here's half my face with foundation. You can see it tones down the redness and blemishes a lot while still being natural. Finish the other side of my face, and definitely don't forget the neck area and even around the ears. Moving on to concealer, this is the color mixing concealer from Canmake. This is a super affordable alternative to IPSA's concealer palette, and in my opinion works much better than the IPSA one, even though it's like a fifth of the price. You can mix and match to suit your skin color and where you're covering. There's a small area on the side for you to mix the colors together. I also just used the brush that's included. It actually works surprisingly well. I use the flat side for under eye and around the nose. My under eye area is probably my most troublesome area, and it's genetic, so I can never cover it fully, but this does a pretty good job. I used the sponge earlier to just tap everything in a bit more. Then I used the spongy side to cover acne scars and blemishes. By the way, I'll list all the names and prices of each item down in the info box below, so make sure to check it. For face powder, I love this one from MUJI. It's very finely milled, super lightweight. It doesn't cake up or anything, but sets your base nicely. I just put a little bit of powder in the lid and use a big fluffy brush. This one's from Sephora, super soft and fluffy. I lightly roll around my face to set everything, and definitely get some on my neck too so the foundation doesn't rub off on the collar of my shirt. Then taking a small brush, this one's like the baby version of the big one I just used. It's perfect for setting my under eye and around the nose. And here's my face with all the base makeup done. This is a multicolored highlighting powder from Cezanne. I use this as the last step of my base. It's super subtle. You may not see much difference on camera since it's nothing shimmery or crazy like what you think a highlighter would be. It has many colors to color correct and brighten your skin. Using the included brush, I just put under my eyes, on my nose, and around the smile lines. It's not powdery and doesn't accentuate fine lines, so perfect for those areas that need a bit more plumping. As you can see, it has an image of where you should put this powder. It's more like a brightening powder rather than highlighting powder. For eyebrows, I'm very minimal since my bangs cover them up anyway, but I highly recommend this one from Kate. It has 3 colors. Usually I use the darkest color to draw in the shape, use the medium color to lightly fill in, and the lightest color is perfect for nose shading, but I'm too lazy to do that step usually. The little brush included works super well. It has 2 sides, one that's angled to draw in the shape and a fluffy side to fill in the color. So you really get everything you need in this tiny palette. They also have different colors to match with different hair colors. Moving on to eyeshadow, which is my favorite part. I had a difficult time picking up one palette, and in the end I chose this one from Kate. The other ones I thought of choosing were this quad from Vise and this brown one from Kate. But in the end, the winner is this Metal Glamour Eyes from Kate in this pretty rosy red brownish shade. It just has everything I need in one without having to use other palettes or singles, and I love the look I get with it. Taking the lightest color, I just put it all over my eyelid as a base. It's a very subtle color with a bit of shimmery finish. By the way, most eyeshadows in Japan are shimmery and some can be very sparkly because that's the look Japanese girls go for. Then using the medium dark rosy color, I put it on my eyelid and blend to my crease. Using a fluffy brush, this one is MAC 217, but any brush works fine since this eyeshadow blends super easily. Then taking the thin part of the brush included, get a bit of the darkest color and put it as close to your lash line as possible. It's fine if the line's thick, I just make sure not to go over my double eyelid line. Usually Japanese girls use the darkest color as eyeliner like this. It's rare to see them put a ton of dark eyeshadow in the crease or something like that. Do the same thing on the other eye and don't forget to smudge some on the outer third of your lower lash line. Flip the brush and take some of the sparkling beige color and put on the inner half of lower lash line to brighten it. You can smile or squint to accentuate the area. Then take the fluffy brush again to blend everything. Finally, take the sparkling pink color and tap it lightly on the center of your eyelid. This is an important step and makes a huge difference on making your eyes pop. It gets washed out a bit on camera but looks super pretty in real life. And here's a quick swatch of this palette. I found a new lash color in 2018 and this is from Maquillage. If you've been following me for a long time, you know that my absolute favorite was Shiseido's lash color, but this one is also really good. My favorite item of all is this Creamy Touch Gel Liner from Canmake. I've shown this before and despite trying a bunch of other liners, this remains my favorite. It's so smooth and soft, but somehow doesn't smudge. I love both the black and brown color, but I usually use black one to line my lash line. I don't make the line go up or down much, just follow the natural curve of my lash line. Then after finishing this, I like to top it with this liquid liner from Canmake. It's a brown color, so it's not too obvious, and I just use to clean up the liner I made with the gel liner. Basically just trace along the same line, but it looks a bit sharper and cleaner. The last step for the eyes, it's very important. I find this make a huge difference on how my eye look turns out. So take the darkest color of the eyeshadow again and just trace it along the line you drew with the eyeliner. This smudges the edge and just blends everything together super well. It's a really easy way to make your eye look seem much more refined. To finish, I use my all-time favorite mascara. This is the Volume and Curl Super Waterproof version of the HEROINE mascara. I haven't found anything better than this so far. It keeps my curls all day long without making my lashes super hard. It's super waterproof, but honestly not that hard to take off at the end of the day. I have so many of this powdered cheek from Canmake. Today I'll use these two colors. I lost the brush in this lighter color, so I'm using a brush from Daiso. I put the lighter lavenderish color all over as a base. It's subtle and brightens my complexion. It's super affordable, blends nicely, and the brush included is not bad at all, so perfect for traveling. Then I put the darker color, which looks scary in the pan but actually gives a pretty flush. I just used the included brush and put in the center of my cheeks. Also giving you guys a quick swatch of the two colors so you can see them better. Finally, I just take the brush to blend everything together a bit more, and putting a little bit more of that highlighting powder I used earlier to add a tiny bit more glow. Last step of our makeup and it will be done. I found this so randomly, but this is a lipstick from CHIFURE. This brand is quite old and extremely affordable, probably one of the cheapest in the drugstore. First, taking 545, which is the red color, and gently dab it on. It can be very pigmented, but I prefer to use it lightly because it's more natural. Then using 253, which is a bright pinky color, and just put it in the center of my lips. And we're done. Super easy makeup using all my favorite products of 2018. These are seriously the best, and you can find all these products at any drugstores or Don Quijote. Alright guys, that's it for this video. These are my absolute favorite items of 2018, and I'm looking forward to trying more products in 2019 to share with you guys. It was really difficult to pick some of these because there are a lot of good items I've tried. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and make sure to subscribe to my channel to see more from me in the future, and I will see you next time. Bye!